Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Alright, hey guys, how are you? This is the Fort Worth Realty Diva. I'm here with my baby. He's not a baby, but he's a baby to me.
It's Blase here. Just help supporting the channel. We're gonna be talking about some real estate tips to help you guys in this current COVID pandemic.
So I'm the Fort Worth Realty Diva. My specialty is Dallas Fort Worth housing market. And so I super love real estate. It's my absolute passion. I've been doing it for 20 years. Yes, I'm 20 years in the real estate business. I know I don't even look 20, but yeah, that's me. So we're here to just talk about COVID-19 and what effect it has had on the real estate market nationwide.
Yeah. Pretty much what has been happening is numerous cities have been getting a lot of COVID-related issues, and people are not going into work anymore. So what is happening? Everybody is starting to work from home. And as they're working from home, they realize that they don't need to make that commute and they don't need to be trapped inside an apartment or city. They just want to be more comfortable, have more space for their family out in a more urban type of or rural type of area actually. So definitely moving out to the suburbs area, and we're starting to see that grow. We're starting to see more housing purchases as well in all the local areas, all in the suburban areas as well.
You would think that because of COVID-19, we're absolutely in a pandemic. However, what we've been seeing is the housing market increase in lots of areas. And mainly that's the reason why, because people are staying at home more. They need more space. So why rent when you can own?
Yeah, exactly. So not only when you're owning an actual property, you are driving up that equity, you're making equity, as well as you're helping develop your community by paying those taxes, helping schools. You're going to be in better schools, typically when you're over there in the suburban areas as well. How have you seen that change with the times?
Yeah, most definitely. So people really want that freedom of being a homeowner, the equity, the tax deductions, the write-offs. So those are things that are definitely benefits of being a homeowner versus renting. And you can usually get more house for your money, especially during these times. What we're gonna see in the first of the year, which is really interesting, and I'm looking forward to. Some people's downfall is definitely going to be others. Absolute bang for the. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So someone's downfall is actually really going to be somebody else's blessing, because the first part of the year, what we're going to start seeing is a lot of the housing market being flooded with new housing opportunities because of the foreclosures at the end of the year.
Yeah,
So
and actually, so
yeah.
what she's also driving at is per Forbes, they're currently saying that page per property views on real estate platforms like Realtor and Zillow are up by 50% year over year, almost everywhere, and that is everywhere in the nation at this time. So all these different areas in the suburbs, though, those listings are going crazy, and people are literally starting to compete and then boiling those prices up all the way until they're just kicking people. Like the houses are just being filled. So people are just leaving. A big exodus from the apartment type of lifestyle as well.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to see a big boost in the economy the first quarter of 2021. So if you are not a homeowner at this time and you're really interested in becoming a homeowner for the first time, we will definitely be back with some tips and some things to do to get you prepared to be a homeowner in 2021. Hot areas in 2021. So we're looking at Austin, Texas, Raleigh, North Carolina, Columbus, Ohio, and Salt Lake City, Utah. Why are these areas hot?
I think that they are high because those are the biggest job areas as well. So if you're people that are mostly have jobs or are looking for jobs are being moving to those major cities. Also restaurants are there as well. You have your restaurants, you have your entertainment that's there as well, and it's just the ease of living in general. The cost of living is cheaper as well in those cities. But that's why people are moving out, I believe,
Yeah.
to be gunning to those.
Most definitely, yeah. I think that this is where Gen Xers and millennials mix. But I think what is the common denominator is that the old and the young can come together because of the neighborhoods and because of the accessibility and because of it's one stop shop. I mean, you can have your eateries, you have your shopping, you have your dessert places, like everything is right there at the palm of your life. So why are these areas so hot? Accessibility, accessibility, accessibility. So let's talk about what accessibility looks like in 2021. You're talking shopping, eateries, dessert. I mean, you name it, you can get it in some of these cities where accessibility is key. What does accessibility look like for a millennial in 2021? That would be
I would say, yeah, I would say accessibility would be like, oh, there's a restaurant that I like that's right around the corner, and I'm living in this area. Or I would say, I don't know what else. Oh, like yeah, restaurant,
drive.
right? Yeah,
Nobody wants to
yeah,
drive
and then
anymore.
Uber, yeah, it'd be definitely like an
Uber, I'm gonna Lyft. If I don't have to drive, I'm not gonna
Uber.
drive.
Yeah, so I would say like grocery stores, super accessible. If you have kids, usually the daycare's like right around the corner. Yeah, yeah, local communities. So yeah, parks. Anything
Exactly.
recreational is typically super close by. So yeah, just I would say,
I mean, they're gonna go out of their way to make sure that they're comfortable, and they're gonna spend top dollar to do that.
yeah, I think that as well. So that would be like our number one thing for why this market has been changing is because now that people are staying home, accessibility is definitely a number one thing.
Space and space. They definitely need the space because can you imagine? Like, I'm upstairs, you're downstairs, the kids are running around, we're homeschooling, and everybody's working. That can get crazy. So, if you're in this tiny little space, you're gonna kill each other. So, yeah, we need to get space. We need to get out of the city, we need to get into the country, and we need a big ranch style home.
Also, what we're getting from Forbes as well is that the first demographic is definitely skewing toward younger millennials. They're actually starting to just purchase in general more homes, whether it be small or large. More millennials are starting to purchase homes as they're reaching into that. The ones that are born, mid 1990s. Second, this the technological advantage that has happened right now. They're moving towards pretty much most people have desk jobs.
Tell you firsthand from being a realtor for 20 years is that I've never in the past been able to sell a home by text. I can text all day, every day, and connect with my millennials. In fact, they would rather you text than call. So I can definitely text up on a home deal, and text up on a contract because millennials they definitely like their texting and their technology. So the days of going out and actually driving and seeing property are gone.
So that would definitely be our second type, like the technology and just the change in time for this generation for millennials is definitely affecting the current housing market as of now, especially with the boomers starting to head out.
Top home buying tips for millennials. We definitely got you covered. So businesses actually are seeking low cost alternatives to coastal markets. And I think what's super key about real estate in 2021 is that manufactured housing, tiny homes, container homes, you name it. Millennials definitely want to get the most for their money, and they're looking at what's going to be the best for their budget, and they're willing to make the sacrifices to stay in their budgets creatively.
Yeah, and that also goes for the businesses, which typically the millennials and people of the other generations start to follow either way. When you're looking for a job, you're going to be heading towards those businesses. However, those businesses are also they're still seeking low-cost alternatives themselves to save on taxes, and especially if they're not needing the space, if everybody's starting to stay home more, people are starting to buy the suburban homes. Why do they need that massive office space if pretty much all their employees are going to be coming in once a month or once a week to check in and then do the rest of their work at home?
All right, so good. So stay tuned so we talk about more with millennials and my awesome son here, who is definitely a child of the millennial era. Yeah. So yeah, I thank him for being here today.
You can send it up
Yeah.
for me.
My ending?
Yeah,
No, my ending goes to my music.
you can send her up.
And I just be like, my. So yeah, this has been the Fort Worth Realty Diva coming to you with a special from my baby, yours truly, Blase. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up, comment below if you want to see more of my millennial baby and more tips for realty across the nation from yours truly, the Fort Worth Realty Diva, www.fwrealtydiva.com.